The car is now, it's got its drive shafts disconnected, so I can put it in gear and drive it without actually going anywhere. I've plugged in the old dashboard. It's still reading the same mileage as it was, so it's not being corrected by the ECUs, which means the ECUs haven't been running for the last 2,000 miles. It's done 2,000 miles without this dashboard, without this speedo connected. Right. Now the problem I had before the speedo was connected was that all the speed sensitive stuff, I presume all of it, wasn't working. Because for instance, when you put the indicators, the wipers on, oh sorry, that's just it doing a Vanos blip. When you put the indicators on to normal run, that's normal. See how it's going intermittently, right, as if I was stationary. Now that was happening all the time. Now, if I go into gear, you see the speedo move. Oh sorry, I'm on the brake then, not the accelerator. Right, as I accelerate, there we go. Get up to about 10 mile an hour and the wipers go to normal. So now I've got normal wipers. And presumably, I've just gone into second gear, presumably I've also got the rest of the car working as it should do. So there's things like the just going to neutral now. There's things like the ECUs that's connected to the ABS and various other things. What happens with them is that they think the car is stationary, and I've heard things like you can't rev over 5,000 RPM because it thinks the car's stationary. It's obviously it's not good to rev the car over 5,000 RPM when the car's stationary, but I've not actually personally experienced that. I've been up above 5,000 RPM, I'm sure I have, but there's other things like the ABS. It gets a bit confused because it knows that the wheels are turning, but it doesn't think the car's actually moving, because the speed sensor, as far as it's concerned, is reading 0, but the wheels are reading 70 miles an hour or whatever, so it gets confused. So there's all sorts of things go on that need that black and white wire that comes out of one of these. I think it's that wire there. There it is. Yeah, there's a black and white wire. That black and white wire is the speed sensor wire coming out of the dashboard. One of these two wires going into the dashboard is from the differential, and it's the pulse from the differential which is telling the dashboard that the car is moving, and that would give you the speedometer amongst other things, but it also gives you this wire also gets fed with a pulse. Now that pulse, I couldn't replicate it without fitting this back on. I hope to replicate it without fitting this back on, but now I've got to try and get all of this underneath there. So that's my next challenge.